incredibly helpful.
Yeah, so you can like, can she draw on the board or is there secret things?
No, I don't need
You need to
more.
draw on the board?
Secret things.
Very color copy.
Ooh, look at that.
I know. If you want to do this for the
Okay,
public.
yes.
Do you want to do the color ones or?
Oh yeah, you'll
Here, do
trade.
the color
Okay,
one.
okay. Is that okay for you?
Yeah, I can imagine colors.
Some
Alright.
great ones.
I have some friends who are artists.
Just a.
Do you want me to just go through the presentation and then
Yeah,
you'll
yeah,
ask questions at the
yeah.
end? Okay. So we're here to talk about the weekend walks in Community Board 1, which includes Williamsburg walks hosted by DOT and NAG, and the new Grand Street weekend walks hosted by DOT and Grand Street Bid. This is going to be the spiel with the rules. Weekend walks. So the walks are temporary pedestrian streets that create great opportunities for New Yorkers to meet, see their neighborhoods in a new way, and relax on summer weekends. This is the 5th year of DOT Weekend Walks programming. The star event is Summer Streets, which shuts down Center Street, Lafayette, and Park Avenue in Manhattan for several Sundays in August. However, New York City Department of Transportation also partners with community groups to present weekend walks at 19 sites in all 5 boroughs from May through October. 19 is 2012. There were 17 last year. Local merchants associations, community groups, and business improvement districts host these weekend walks to provide a fun new way to highlight local businesses and cultural institutions. Each event is organized by a local partner with help and guidance from DOT. The events are programmed featuring a number of activities, including music, arts and crafts, classes, and youth programming. The goal is to promote healthy and safe recreation, as well as local businesses, and create high-quality public space where community members can come together. Instead of vending, which is not allowed, the event will highlight local cultural institutions, nonprofits, and economic resources. Businesses within the weekend walk zone are encouraged to expand their businesses to the curb line. Restaurants abutting weekend walks are allowed to offer outdoor cafe service without any additional permits or fees in zones demarcated with barriers. Restaurants can expand to the curb line in front of their establishments. Cafe furniture must not be placed on the sidewalk until the beginning of set-up time listed on the SAPO permit and must be removed by the time the road is reopened to motor vehicular traffic. Restaurants with a 2-year DCA cafe license must remove all additional chairs and tables and return the boundaries listed in their DCA licenses when the street is reopened to motor vehicle traffic. Restaurants with a valid SLA liquor license that do not include outdoor seating can offer liquor in their weekend walks only cafe spaces without modifications to their license.
Now, that copy of those rules isn't in my collection?
Yes, it is. It's
Oh, there it is. Okay, good.
Okay, weekend walk events in CB1. So there's Williamsburg walks on Bedford Ave from Metropolitan Avenue to North 12th, 6-9, 6-16, 6-23. Grand Street weekend walks on Grand from Lorimer to Graham Avenue on 7-14 and 7-21. All right, so Williamsburg walks.
Can I jump in 1 second?
Sure.
Are there MOUs between DCA and DOT
Yeah.
and SLA and
Yes.
DOT?
Yes.
Who has those?
I would assume DOT and all of them.
So is there a body that's in charge of, is there a person that's in charge of these?
Nick Peterson from the DOT.
Because I just want to, somebody says, who says? I said, well, there's an MOU.
We got a window that we needed to.
Okay, and more?
Yeah.
Okay, so Williamsburg Walks, this is the 5th year on Bedford. 2008, it was sponsored by Billberg / the Bedford Cheese Shop. In 2009, NAG and LMAG did it together. 2010, it was NAG, LMAG, and Project for Public Spaces. Last year, it was NAG and Northside Merchants, and this is the first year it's just NAG. The dates are Saturday, June 9th, Saturday, June 16th, Saturday, June 23rd. It's an increase in 1 week from last year. The street will be closed to vehicular traffic from 1 p.m. to 9:30.
At night?
Till 9:30 at night, yeah.
Wow.
The setup is from 1 to 3. They give us 2 hours to set up. The programming is from 3 to 8. So it's cleanup from 8 to 9:30. It just takes us an hour and a half to clean up. So the programming is 3 to 8, and then cleanup from 8 to 9:30.
2 hours to set up.
Well, technically they only give us 1 hour to set up, but we're taking 2 because you can't physically do it in 1 hour. They're crazy. So
And setting up is
closing the street, bringing out all the cafe furniture, rolling out the sod, getting all the tables, like just set up for all the, we rent tables for the community groups, so it's the street furniture, the sod.
Furniture takes a while to set up.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
most.
And
also
the
get-
sod is just
and the
like
police
wasted
to
at
get
the end
the-
of it?
No,
or-
we give it away free to anyone that wants it.
Hmm,
So it goes to whoever people come and take it.
okay.
Alright, go ahead.
The event is technically rain or shine, although a lot of the active programming is dependent on good weather. The event is a combo of pedestrian plaza, encourage business street life, and programming by local businesses and community groups. NAG takes its inspiration from the event from world-class pedestrianized streets like the 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica. This is a picture of that. So it's just, we like to focus on music and street performers and then the community groups. Businesses are encouraged to take over their sidewalk in front of their businesses for cafes or sales or programming. Can do any of the three. They can, yeah.
Look, you put my favorite one's picture there, just to make me thrilled.
He loves Williamsburg walks.
Yeah, but I'm not real thrilled with this particular location, though.
He's using the sidewalk.
Oh, he's not talking about Obama. He's talking
Oh.
about the rest, the cafe.
Oh. Hey, you're talking about Obama.
No, I don't care about him standing there by the tree.
Community groups and businesses off Bedford are encouraged to participate through hosting programming. To create money to offset the free programming space for local businesses and groups, we have some corporate sponsorship opportunities. NAG is looking forward to another great year with more Bedford business participation, more community participation, and a week more of fun. And so I will pretend I'm Atama. Grand Street Weekend Walks. That's what I know. It's the first year.
Did she ask for it?
I assume that the bid asked for it, yes.
Okay. We've lost Adama. You don't have a cell phone number for Adama, do you? From the Grand Street bid? I only have her office number.
I don't think she gives out her cell phone number to
She's
Jerry.
a-
But
Yeah, but she's a bid manager. If there's something happened in this, I mean,
She's not
Emergency
besties
contact,
with her.
when you're a manager of a bid, it's your whole life. Unless you're a bad bid manager.
can't we call St.
There's nobody there except the custodian.
No, but isn't St. Nick's in charge? When someone at St. Nick's, isn't Grand Street bid part of St. Nick's? Didn't they hire her? Am I crazy? Maybe I'm crazy. So it's Grand Street from Lorimer to Graham Avenue. Their programming, and again, this was a guess. I think it's 12 to 6, so that means they are running from 11 to 7:30 would be the total, because you get an hour to set up and an hour and a half to clean up. I've talked with her a little bit, so I can answer a few questions, but I'm not an expert on her
Was
event.
it part of this?
Of the weekend
this
walks?
rule thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Okay.
a weekend walk. There's, like I said, there's 19. I tried to print up the list for you of all of them, but it was an Excel spreadsheet that wouldn't print for me, so I couldn't give you the list of everyone else.
Alright, queries. Can I have queries now?
Yes, we're
Cool.
away.
Now, so Nick Peterson,
Yes.
I think you gave me his number already?
I don't know, you guys have emailed back and forth, because you told
Right.
me that you emailed.
Right, and I don't remember what I did with it. If you happen to have it again, send it to me,
Okay.
because I
I
wanna
mean,
see.
it's like N. Peterson at
something like that.
DOT.
I've been away for 2 weeks, like I rest my mind.
That's nice.
Well, I was doing political stuff on the other coast, so I was doing my
Oh,
LA
and
politics.
Here's,
So we
if
need
you
to
guys
get
want
Nick
our little,
Peterson.
these are the packets that I handed out to every business on Bedford. So it gives you a sense of what they were given.
Can I see one of those? Is that
Take one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah,
of
we
course.
want- yeah.
Here's the black
We
one.
want.
I'll do my questions, and then the audience questions will be welcome. But hang on. Here, so here's a black and white one to share. I'm gonna keep a color one, because they're screaming in the dark. Okay, so Nick Peterson, I'll need to find out, because I'd love to see the MOUs on how they did whatever, so, just so I know.
I mean, I've never seen them. That's between you and DOT.
Yeah.
They don't share them with me, so.
Yeah, DOT thinks they can run the world. What's the deal with Northside Merchants? Do they hate you? Do they love you? Because last year they were sponsors,
They
and
thought
this
it
year
was.
they're
They
not.
thought it took up too much staff time to be worth them being involved in it. It takes a lot of time
They
to
have
organize
staff?
this. Caitlin, and Caitlin, she didn't want to spend her it's a lot of work for NAG. It's a lot of work for Northside Merchants, but they knew that we would do it again. So
But do they represent the merchants on Bedford?
They represent some of the merchants on Bedford. If you pay your dues, you're a member.
Okay, cause I'm sure there's some of the businesses that don't have it.
That's true.
I mean, I talked to, like I said, they've all had, this was all passed around a month ago. I haven't heard from anyone, so they all got this, so
We also get a lot of really positive feedback about this event. It's one of people.
Oh, no, I'm sure you do, but I also know that there are
I know
people
that there's-
that don't like street closings because it ruins their business, especially if they're a local neighborhood business, like the laundromat or the hardware store. What tourists is going to the laundromat or the hardware store?
Well, who drives to the laundromat?
Lots of
You'd be
people.
surprised.
yeah, but, I mean, most of the parking on Bedford is metered, but again, it's like, it's 3 Saturdays, so there's 362 other days you can park anytime you want. There's a lot of businesses that it increases their business. The one business who told me that he doesn't like it, that he hates it, is the guy who sells bongs. I'm not sure who, okay.
Well,
And then the other guy who, he likes to park out in front and he feeds the meter. So he's a business owner that takes up customer parking all day long with his own car. But
Okay.
we get a lot of positive, I mean, I can tell you who loves it,
All right, now,
'cause they tell me.
is there a bus route?
Yes, it
Yes.
goes up, so it's,
So when will that be announced and what will it be?
it's just a ferry, and it's been this way for 5 years,
All
so
right, but
it's the
so
same.
I moved in last week and I
So-
take the bus on
So
Saturday.
there's a sign
so
that says you have to walk over to Berry.
When will
The sign go up.
MTA be notifying people?
MTA's, they're already been notified. They'll notify the bus drivers when. The sign goes up on the bus stop that morning of, because if you put it up ahead of time, it confuses
All right, but
people.
does the MTA have a route idea now?
Yeah,
that-
Berry.
Yeah.
It goes up Berry. Turns
No,
on
like if I was
Metropolitan.
at the full board meeting, I have to let them know what's going on. Is there a way that the MTA can
So
give
it's
me
the
route
same
change on those
intersection.
other little sheets that they do?
They
have those
don't.
sheets
They
ready
don't.
yet?
They don't pass that out a month ahead of time. They do that
Okay.
the weekend before, and technically, most of the time, I have to make sure it gets done because the MTA doesn't do it. So I print it up. I make sure it gets done.
So can that get to the board office whenever you have it? So in case somebody
I mean-
calls, they could know.
Sure, but I'm not going to be doing it till the week before.
Right,
'cause
but when
it's- yeah.
because that's the thing, people, where's my bus?
Yeah, there's signs. They'll know where their bus is. We let them know where their bus is. There's,
I'm just getting all the creep.
I know, but I'm just telling you, there's not anyone that's going to be like, "Where's my bus?" There's a big
I
sign.
used to do a street
there's a
fair on
giant
Christopher
event,
Street, and the
there's
M9 would
people-
get moved. We moved the M9 for 32 years, and every year we get somebody like, "Where's my bus?" It's 1 block over, but it's 32 years of moving the bus. It's still the same question. So you've only been doing this 5 years. So when you get to 32 years, that's what you ask me where the bus was.
You'll still be working for NAG at that point, so.
Now, you said that there's no vending.
So the rules for DCA. No cash may be exchanged on the street. So the restaurants, when you pay, they have to go inside and run it inside. This is why not a lot of the stores like to participate in it, because the worker cannot take the money on the street. They have to go inside. But this is a DCA hard and fast rule. There's also no street vending allowed, and the street vendors hate me. You want to talk about who hates this event? It's the street vendors. They have to move to side streets. And we've asked repeatedly to have a vending zone for our street vendors, and DCA refuses. They say no, that if they give a loophole, the whole point is they don't want sock vendors, they don't want it to become a crazy street, like a normal average street fair. So they're afraid if they give us a loophole, it will allow some other group that wants to bring in a sock vendor or stuff. So no, you can't even take, technically, you're not even allowed to take donations. I think the one year where we kind of looked the other way was when Bark was doing something and they had a little thing where like they let people throw money in. So like we've never stopped the soup kitchen or Bark from doing it, but technically we would get in trouble for that.
All right, now, is there a size limit to the stuff that can go in? Because the idea is you're letting people extend to the sidewalk, so the street's supposed to be the
You always have to have a
Is there
room
a
for,
size limit on, because at least one of those tents last year was just immensely scarily huge.
there has to be room for an emergency vehicle. That's the limit, so there has to be room for an emergency vehicle.
Like this is like huge.
Yeah, they consider if that could be moved, then it's fine. So you can't ever stretch out, you always have to have flow of traffic, but if that could be moved so an emergency vehicle could go by, then they consider that's fine. So that's the standard.